Good evening, Fusion hockey fans. We are coming at you from the Barron Hockey Arena. Joining me in the booth is Mr. Chris Larson, who is filled in for a few games, and Adam Lindis on camera. How are you guys doing tonight?
Looking forward to some hockey tonight. Should be a good time up here in Barron. Nice, beautiful drive. Starting to warm up a little bit. We don't have those negative temperatures on the thermometer anymore. I mean, it's not balmy, but at least it's above zero now. So it's a nice, beautiful drive coming up here. The roads were great. So very relaxing trip up to Barron tonight. And hopefully these girls can come out here and play a whale of a hockey game. We're starting with the JV here at 5 o'clock. Varsity action right around 7 p.m. Esme Harvey will take the draw tonight for the Fusion. She is flanked by number 28, Liliana Lansing, and looks like Harper Withers over on the other side. These are Hattie Van Rance and Emma Larson. Draw controlled by Lansing. Lansing over to the near side boards, trying to shuffle it up this side. Puck's going to bounce back out in the neutral zone. Hayward will dump it down deep and chase it down. Van Rance over on the far side in the corner. Van Rance pressuring her player. Hayward trying to dump it off, but Van Rance pin her player up against the board, try to squirt that puck out and up the boards. Harvey is there, gets a tip on it, and she'll bring it out in the neutral zone, crossing the center stripe. He's got Withers 3-on-0, fires, and that one I think went off the pipe real close to finding the back of the net. Withers trying to work it back to Harvey. Harvey picks it up just behind the net. Swings it back around, trying to get that puck to the slot. Now she'll send it out to the point. Larson fires on
nice
net.
Shot.
That one gets to the net, but the goaltender able to get a cover.
Thought that got through. It's a different angle from up here. Well, yeah, that was a good run early on.
Yeah.
Good look at clear lane. She just fired high, left, blocker side, and like you said, hit the pipe.
Kelsey Carruthers in net tonight for the Hurricanes. Dexheimer will take the draw here for the Fusion this time. It's Dexheimer with Lansing and Gulick behind her. She's flanked by Lacey Knowles and Kylan Rutten. Reset the net, and we're ready to go here at 14:09 left, first period, scoreless game. Hayward will swing it around to the far side. Rutten pressuring on the far side corner. She'll swing it back behind the net over to Knowles. Knowles trying to chip the decks. Shot from the point by Lansing goes just wide of the net. Gulick steps up, fires it back down into the corner. Picked up by Hayward's number 21. It's Ava Peters in the far side corner. Now Dexheimer pressuring on the near side half wall. Over to Knowles. Puck squirts up the board. Lansing steps up. Nice little pinch there by Kaylee Lansing. Lansing getting some real minutes at the varsity level, but they're still kind of bringing her down to help out on the blue line. We're a little bit short here tonight. I think we got 6 or 7 girls. Everybody at home, 6, 7, sitting out tonight. So a little bit of a short bench. They brought Kaylee down to play a little JV this morning or this afternoon to get things started.
Have you seen a list of who's not playing tonight, Chris? Because I know we usually try to guess as the game progresses.
I could bring it up. I know Mickey is out tonight.
Okay.
Well, we can bring it up here a little bit.
Yeah,
it's a big list. I can tell you that much.
Yep. Process of elimination. Who doesn't get called?
Right.
All good. All good.
We get a whistle and an icing. That puck's going to come back down into our end. Trying to pull that list up right now.
Yep. I'm looking. Looks like we got Harvey joined by Nelson and Pellinger out there on the winger side. With Van Rance playing D. Bump ahead there by Harvey. And unable to get it through the neutral zone before Hayward, or not. Yeah, it is Hayward. Sorry.
Yeah.
Brain's confused. We're in Barron playing Hayward. Good centering pass there. Harvey bumps it off the boards. She's going to get it deep in the zone. She is joined there by Pellinger. Fusion trying to get a look.
Picked up by Ez top of the circle, now drops it off to Emma. Emma fires. That one goes off the gear of the Hayward defender. Puck still bouncing around. Shot back behind the net, now over to the near side. Larson and Lansing are there. 2 Lansings on the ice here tonight for your Fusion. You got Liliana, number 28, and Kaylee, number 19. Keep an eye on that if you're scoring at home. They score at home in hockey? That's a baseball thing. All right, I got that list in front of me. They had Esme scheduled, but I think they ended up moving her. She's on the ice, obviously. Ella Ronning missing tonight. Mickey Bell out. McKenna Schultz out. Kaylee Barris out. And Addie Larimore out tonight.
There we go. I did see Addie downstairs. She was doing some water shuttling, so
Yeah,
she made
yeah.
the trip with the team, so good for her. I always love seeing that.
Very nice.
They do not require that on the nights they sit.
Yep.
And I will apologize for the glitchy clockwork. That is me losing my attention span of running the computer here.
I think you're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, if you could see it from home.
Hayward out to break it out into the neutral zone, but nice step up there by Gulick to hold it in. She'll try to dump it down, but it gets sent right back to her stick. She's going to cross the center stripe here and look for a way to dump it down. She's able to get it down. It's Withers over on the far side trying to pressure. Lansing gets a stick on it. Fusion will have to get back on sides. They do, but Hayward controls the puck and will bring it into the Fusion zone. They'll fire it over to the far side. Gulick over there, working over, using the body, using the stick, getting some space over there. Nice little skate job there by the Hurricanes player to take it away. Fuse try to get back into the breakout. They do. Now Dexheimer will bring it across the center line. Battling to try to get it across the blue line. Picked up by number 20 for Hayward. That's Myella Birch. Birch sends it deep, and the Hurricanes get a change. Picked up by Larson behind her net. She fires it up the ice. Scooped up by Rutten, and Rutten will get it deep. Fuse in the middle of a change as well. Knowles steps on. She's pressuring. Knowles gets a stick on it right up in the slot. Picked up by Rutten, but Rutten can't find the handle. Canes trying to get Knowles. Almost kept it in. Canes out into the neutral zone. Right into our blind spot there. Puck coming back the way of the Fusion, but now it's gathered up by the Hurricanes. Hurricanes bounce it out. Picked up by Van Rance. D to D over to Larson. Larson up the ice, hits Harvey. Harvey across the blue line. Harvey looking for some space. Still good looking. She'll skate it behind the net.
Stick down.
Harvey. Top of the circle. Drops it off for Larson. Larson's just going to dump it down. She'll swing it over for Van Rance as the Fusion get a change. Pellinger and Dexheimer are on. Puck bounce out to Larson at the point. She'll send it right back down deep. 9:30 to go here, first period. We are scoreless in Barron, taking on Hayward. Hayward is a independent team, so they're not in a conference. There's 4 independent girls hockey teams in the state of Wisconsin. They are one of them.
I think Nelson just drew a trip on a.
Yep.
She tripped over her own
Fusion.
skate, but hey.
Getting that goalie cleared off. Larson skates it out into some space, and then the Hurricanes will get a touch. And Fuse about to go on the power play here with 9:05. Nice little draw there by Reese Nelson. That's what she does. She's just got that Energizer Bunny motor out there. Gets people to put their sticks in her skates, and that will draw a power play for the Fuse.
Can't wait to hear her story of the reality of what happened, because it looked like she just ran out of legs.
Oh, yeah.
But hey, we'll take it.
You know,
We'll
sometimes just looking like you're hustling will draw a penalty. Even if you're not,
Sell
you
it.
just got to look like you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Watching soccer, sell the
Hey,
penalty.
I've made it through a 30-year career looking like I'm working.
Fake it till you make it. I love it.
Puck all the way down the end of the ice.
All right, so Fusion have a fairly high percentage on power play. I don't know that we didn't get numbers tonight, but they have been running really high JV side. Varsity's fallen back off to kind of average, I would say, but
Here comes Harv chasing this one down. A little different look, though, missing some players on this power play. So a little bit different personnel tonight, and that one's going to go back all the way down the ice. This is the key to a lot of people, they want to play these power plays just like you play regular hockey. We're going to dump the puck. It's all puck possession on power play. The other team can just throw it right down the ice. So if you can't possess the puck, you're not going to have a very successful power play. Canes with it. Again, firing it right back down.
just about a minute to play here.
Kaylee Lansing going to chase this one down behind the net. Lansing up the ice to Harvey. And I heard Harvey go, oh. I think these girls are real frustrated right now that they're just not getting any traction
And
on
to
this
your
power play.
To your point, when girls are missing, a big part of that puck possession, quick passing, and getting good looks and being efficient is chemistry.
Yep. There's a lot of talent on the ice right now, but these girls just are not used to working with each other with this group out there on the power play.
And you even see that really all levels.
Yep.
It's such a fluid and speedy or quick game that, ooh, careful. I don't know that was a puck I'd grab out of the air.
We're 20 seconds into this power play, and I don't even think we've had more than maybe 10 or 15 seconds of zone time.
So, yeah.
Pellinger across the center stripe. Pellinger across the blue line. Now, that was very offsides, and they got it. So we get a whistle here. 7:12 to go first period. 7 seconds left in the power play. We are scoreless at 0 apiece. So we'll reset. Looks like Withers will take the draw. Pellinger's going to play wing with Nelson. Larson and Gulick are the Ds. Nelson drops it off for Larson. Larson up the ice for Pellinger, and she'll drop it down. Power play over. Hayward back to full strength. So we're playing Hayward. They are a co-op much like us. They call it Hayward, but there are girls from Barron playing on this team. So I think they play a few games every season over here in Barron, and that's where we're playing tonight. This is a makeup game. This game was not on our schedule. Our game Friday night got canceled due to weather, and it was a team from the east side of the state. They just said, we're not coming. So Mr. Cranston got on the horn and got us a game here tonight in Hayward.
I really like that they found more of a neutral site.
Yeah.
And saved both of us half hour or so of drive time.
Absolutely. Well, it saved us. It didn't save them, but it saved us a half-hour drive time. Shot from the point from Larson. Another whistle here, 6:46 to go. Scoreless in Barron. Dexheimer to take the draw. Rutten kicks it back for Larson. Larson just trying to dump it down. Picked up down in the corner by Dexheimer. Dexy working down there, now picked up by the Canes. Canes out into the neutral zone. Now gathered up by Larson. She'll fire it up the ice to Rutten. Rutten controls it. Tried to send it down. Stick on stick there by Hayward. They'll be able to bring it back out. Rutten gets a stick on it again. Leaves it for Larson. Larson, D to D over to Gulick. Gulick had to find the handle on it, sends it down, and missed connection on the pass to Rutten, and we'll get an icing and a D-zone draw here with 6:18 to play, first period. Well, I'm not used to wearing these headphones when I call a game. I feel like I have these headphones on. I should be like announcing commercials and stuff in the breaks, but
It feels professional. I mean, it truly, the replay, all of it. It's
hearing myself is actually throwing me off, so I have one headphone off in my ear. I got to hear the game a little bit.
They do say the echo. Like if you're publicly speaking, it's the number one distraction to the human brain.
Yeah.
Is getting a reflection of your own voice.
Here's Harv across the center stripe. Harv looking for time and space. She'll take it on the left hand, swing around the net. Looking for somebody up front. Had Withers there.
Good luck.
Withers picks it up on the far side. She'll drop it out to the point. Van Rance tried to fire it, couldn't find the handle. She'll regather, send it down, picked up by the Canes. The Canes just going to send this one down the ice. That'll be icing. We'll get a whistle and a reset here with 5:42 to go first period. Varsity action coming up tonight at right around 7 o'clock. Hayward coming in here tonight. A very solid, I believe they're 9-7-2 overall. And they have played a whale of very competitive contests. Those losses that they have on their schedule, for the most part, are 1- and 2-goal losses. They're a team that could easily be, 13-5, something like that. They are a really good team. Reese Sheehan, who has put a bunch of points up on the board for them over the last 3 or 4 years, is gone. They got some new kids in there in leadership roles, but they're still a really solid team. This is going to be a challenge here tonight in Barron at 7 o'clock. Here's Withers with it. Withers battling along the far side boards. Puck comes back out in the neutral zone. Dumped down by Gulick. Fuse get back on sides. Puck picked up by the Canes as the Fusion make a change here. Nelson is on along with Pellinger. Harvey still out there. Gulick pressuring along the far side. She's out there defensively with Van Ranst, I believe. No, it's Kaylee Lansing. Lansing able to send it out in the neutral zone. Bounces off a Harv stick. Able to get out in the neutral zone. Nelson pressuring, now back to Lansing. Lansing
Good
fires
pass.
across
Here we
ice,
go.
has Pellinger wide open on a change. Pellinger's going to get an opportunity. Wines fires, saved by the goaltender, and Pellinger gets taken out right in front of the net. Kelsey Carruthers got real big there in front of the net and able to knock that shot attempt away. Big battle behind the net now. Larson will step up, scoop that up. She's going to skate it back behind the net. Drops it off, tried to leave it for herself, ended up in the official skates. Nelson supporting. Puck loose, and we've got a whistle. Nelson draws another penalty.
Go figure.
Kid's talented down there, buddy.
All that roughhousing, I guess.
Yeah. You should get in. You
man.
should really get in the scorebook for drawing a penalty, as far as I'm concerned. That's just as important as really any other thing in the game.
Penalties drawn, as long as you don't get that reputation of what they call
Being
it,
a flopper.
the flopper. In
Maybe
NBA.
that's why they don't keep it as a stat.
I don't think it would be allowed in hockey lore.
Power play unit on the ice here for the Fuse. Van Rance looks nice shot from the point, and Carruthers able to get a cover. Van Rance just waited just a second there for that window to open up before firing it. We'll reset here. Harvey to take the draw onto the stick of Larson. Larson drops it off for Van Rance. Van Rance takes a look, sends it over to Kaylee Lansing. Lansing over to the far side, now back to Kaylee. Wine fire from Dexheimer. That one goes wide and behind the net. Gathered up by Van Rance. She takes a look, sends it down to Larson on the near side corner. Larson skates it in, takes a pop, and now Harv with it. Far side corner. Harv drops it off for Dexheimer.
Here we
Dexy
go.
takes a look around, sends it back to Lansing. Lansing fires from the point. Puck still loose out front. Nice shot by Harv there. Harv just trying to set up Larson on the backside.
she
Nice
was in-
play by Carruthers, just knocking that puck away. Because if
And-
it got to the other side, it was going to be a goal.
Oh, Emma was
This
in
power
great
play
position.
looks way better than the last one.
Yep, I think they had some words over on the bench.
Puck out to Van Rance. Not a Larson. Larson winds, fires, and we get a save by Carruthers and a whistle with 3:09. Let's stop that clock. There we got it. 3:07.
Yeah, that last sequence, you almost saw that net slowly open up for that backside where Emma was just standing. It's like, find her.
Yep. Same crew out on the ice. Coaches like that, like the looks of that first minute of the power play. Larson chips it out to Van Rance. Van Rance right under the stick. Nice opportunity there for a deflection. Puck still loose. Hayward gets a hold of it. Kaylee Lansing, nice hold over to Van Rance. Van Rance
that
takes a
thing.
look, fires it. Nice
Yes.
shot by Van Rance. Head Dexheimer on the backside. Great opportunities here in this power play for the Fusion.
Is that one of those where it hit her on the wrong side and she couldn't do, like, it hit her backside or backhand side and couldn't control it? So it looked like Dexheimer had a wide open look. She just couldn't corral the puck. Oh,
Getting it
here we
right
go.
on the stick in the right spot. Lansing across the stripe. Lansing getting it to the slot, shoots, and another save by Carruthers. Carruthers under siege here in the late stages of the first period. Harvey swings it around, lines fire. I thought that was going to be a goal. She got that backside there open, and that's where she was aiming, just fired just wide. Van Rance trying to step up here. That puck out into the neutral zone, and
Full strength.
Hayward back to full strength. We get a whistle with 2:02 to go. The Fuse will make wholesale changes, as will Hayward. Shots are 12-2 in favor of the Fusion here in this first period of action.
So things starting to materialize the way most of the JV games have, where they show a little more energy and say shot potential, but not getting the goal in, or puck into the net does not do you much.
Got to find the back of the net. Puck out in the neutral zone, picked up by Gulick. Gulick winds, fires it deep. Now, these situations, firing deep, just fine. We want to get that puck deep down on this end, but on the power play, we don't want to dump. Gulick picks it up in her own end. She's got Lansing with her. Pellinger, Nelson, and Withers are the forwards. Gulick able to get that puck out into the neutral zone. Withers chasing it down. Withers onto her backhand, trying to get to the net. Sends it across the crease, picked up by Pellinger. Pellinger fires it towards net. Puck back behind the net. Now back to Pellinger. Pellinger in the far side corner. Drops it off for Nelson. Nelson trying to center it up to Withers, but just misfired. Puck out to the point. Larson able to scoop it up. She'll send it right back down deep. Pellinger is there in the corner. Pellinger drops it off for Withers. Withers trying to skate it behind the net, but she's rubbed off the puck by 2 Hurricanes. Here comes Hayward back the other way. Hayward crosses the center stripe, but pestered by Van Rance, and she'll collect the puck and skate it behind her own net. Van Rance takes a look around, bounces it up the boards, trying to clear the neutral zone. Hayward able to keep it in. Picked up by Larson now. Larson behind the net. Larson across the blue line, working through traffic. She'll skate it.
Oh, here we go.
Right downtown, goes to the backhand. Puck still loose out front. Knowles steps in, gets a stick on it, sends it over to the far side corner.
Just under 20 to play.
Out to the point to Van Rance. 15 seconds left in the clock. And now over to Knowles. Knowles shoots. That one bounces off the pads of Carruthers, and we go to the first intermission with a 0-0 game. And again, JV hockey, that first intermission, just a minute or two.
What's our assessment after one? I'm seeing a lot more offense one-sided. We played most of it down here. Did you see anything that jumps out at you that might be of concern, that you'd make an adjustment for?
Well, I see Mr. Van Rance. He's of concern.
I love it.
I like this crowd surfing, little crowd surfing out there. No, it looked like pretty much all fusion in that first period. Just got to find a way to stop going center mass on the goaltender and start aiming for the twine is kind of the magic. And I think that's probably a message that the coaches have been saying a lot in the last 2 weeks. Is it seems like we've outshot our opponents by quite a bit recently, but just struggling to put the goals on the board that maybe we should be. So, yeah,
I would
shoot it twine. It's a difficult thing to do when you're flying down the ice and trying to control your body and control this puck and everything, and you get there and you're like, I just want to shoot it. And where does the stick and the puck go? It goes where you're focusing, and a lot of times you're just focused on that goaltender because that's who's trying to stop you from scoring. So if we can start hitting the back of that net, I mean, we've got plenty of chances here. Again, out shooting Hayward 15-2, and one of those shot attempts by Hayward was kind of a home run, just getting the puck down the ice. So a very dominant first period there by the Fuse. Just got to start kind of turning those into goals instead of just opportunities.
Yep, would agree. And to your point, you kind of see that progression of the skater learns new moves, the double move, and getting more creative on getting the puck to the net. But then the goalies are getting better too, so it gets that much tougher. And that's where hitting that backside pass or learning the timing of the pass, and that's starting to come too.
That's the thing too. You see the kids on the skates, and you're like, wow, they're getting way more skilled than they were when they were 10, 11, 12 years old. But so are the kids that are in the net. Everybody's getting better. I always laugh, when you watch these football games, the guy's like, this guy gets paid $10 million to catch the ball. Why can't he catch it? Well, the guy that's defending him is also getting paid $10 million to make sure he doesn't catch the ball. So it's a balance.
It's relative.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Fuse stuck in their own end here early on in the second period. 0-0 game in Barron, taking on Hayward. Ulick, nice physical play there, stepping up, taking that puck away and getting out in the neutral zone. Dexheimer with speed coming down the near side board. She'll take it back behind the net. Tied up by a Hayward player, but Canes trying to work it out. That's number 20, Myella Birch. We've called her name a few times, sending that puck down deep. And Lily Wang settling that puck down and leaving it for Ulick. No, that was for Lansing. And that'll be an icing on the Fuse. So we'll get a D-zone draw here. 13:59 to go. Second period scoreless game. It'll be Larson and Van Rance on the blue line out here with Harv, Pellinger, and Reese Nelson. Esme Harvey to take the draw. Gathered up by Pellinger. Danny across the center stripe. Now across the blue line. looking for space, looking for something to go with the puck, and Olivia Swift trying to take it away from her behind the net for the Hurricanes. Harvey pressuring. Nice work there by Harvey, but picked up by the Canes and dropped out. That's Cynthia Hart, now picked up by Larson. Larson will bring it in, but she's kind of rubbed off the puck by Swift. Harv coming back for this one. She'll send it down the boards looking for Pellinger. Pellinger bounces out. Yeah, Pellinger tied up Nelson over to Harvey. Harvey trying to go back to Nelson. That puck's going to go down deep. Pellinger pressuring. Harvey trying to pick up the loose change along the boards, but Hurricanes come out of there with it. Van Rance and Larson are back. Larson going to pick up this puck behind her own net. Takes a look. Gets it touched by Pellinger. Now picked up by Larson along the far side once again. Gathered up by Van Rance at the blue line. Van Rance bounced it off the boards over to Harv. Now Hattie's going to have to go back for this one. Over to Larson. Larson trying to fire it up the ice for Harvey, but a little bit too much smoke on that one. We get a whistle, and we'll have another D-zone draw. 12:25 to go. Maybe we spoke too soon, Andrew. It looked like the Fusion were just dominating that first period, but having a little bit of trouble getting it out of their own end here in the second.
Is it possible the ice is slanted
That's
this way
what I'm
up here
thinking.
north
That's
of
what
8?
I'm thinking. That's what it's looking like.
I mean, they do things oddly. I didn't notice it when I was hanging the cameras, but everything's been down at this end.
You know, construction north of Highway 8 is a little different animal, and maybe it's just built on a slight tilt.
We did notice the step down to the broadcasting booth is a little abnormal as well. So stands to reason they've done something.
Yeah, they're nice booth. A lot of space up here. Nice little spot here to cover the game. I got a buddy of mine that built an ice rink in a cattle barn, and the cattle barn's built on a slant to kind of let the manure slide out. Maybe kind of the same idea here. Gulick back behind the net to pick this one up.
Throws the brakes on.
Takes a look around. Up the boards looking for Dexheimer. Gathered up by Withers. Withers racing across the blue line. Nice leave there. Great pass by Withers over to Dexheimer, but Carruthers slams the door shut. They'll try to go again. That was Dexheimer over to Withers. Withers shoots just wide. Puck out to Gulick. Gulick able to keep it in the zone. Fires it back down into the corner. He's got Dexy behind the net. Over to Withers on the far side. Back to Dexheimer. Kane's able to take it away. They'll send it up the boards. Gathered up by Gulick out in the neutral zone. Fires it down. Picked up by Lacey Knowles. Knowles gets it deep. Fusion changing out some Ds. Van Rance steps onto the ice. Now Kylan Rutten is on. Nice play there by Kaylee Lansing stepping up and sending that one down. Picked up by Van Rance. She tries to fire it down. Nice stick-on-stick play there by Emily Witzius for Hayward. Canes cleared out in the neutral zone, picked up by Larson at her own blue line. Larson through traffic. Right downtown. Works around one, gets tied up, shoots, tried to go top shelf on that one. Just a little bit too much mustard on it.
That looked in. Shoot.
At least she was aiming for a place where there wasn't a goalie, but a little bit too much smoke. Dexy drops it off for Larson. Larson lines, fires. That one gets deflected, goes just wide of the net. Knowles down behind the net. Hurricanes pick it up. That's Swift with it. Swift across the blue line. She'll dump it down deep. And we'll be icing on Hayward, and we'll get a whistle with 10:09 to play here in the second period. Scoreless game. Fusion on the road tonight up in Barron. This was supposed to be a night off, but with the canceled game last Friday, we added this one. That's what these kids want to do. We're here to play hockey, right?
It is. It is.
Anytime we can get an opportunity to get a game in, you got to appreciate it.
And I was looking, I mean, for JV, the season's not too far away. It's going to be a mad rush of 3 weeks and done, and then we're into the infamous playdowns. Most people call them playoffs, but it's hockey, so
yeah.
We have different names.
The reality is, if things don't go right, there actually could be more games left for JV. JV's got a guaranteed 3 at the end of the season. there's nothing guaranteed at the varsity level. You lose and you're out once we go to the playoffs.
It's a good point.
So the JV at least know that at the end of the season they got 3 games left. For the varsity, you have to win. The pressure's on every night. But, yeah, season winding down real fast. Basically 2 weeks left after next week. After this week's over, we got 2 weeks left.
Yep. It's a weird parent emotional ride with – ooh, nice shot from the point there.
Great shot from Lansing.
You come in, you're excited for hockey season, get going, and then you're like, ooh, the grind of hockey season. Then you have a couple of fun overnight trips, and then it's like, poof.
It's over.
It's over.
Yep. Harvey chasing this one down on the near side. Puck back down into the corner. Now out in the neutral zone, picked up by Gielich. Gielic's just going to send that puck deep. Fusion get back on sides. Puck gathered up down in the corner by Cynthia Hart for the Hurricanes. Going to pop out to Gielich. Gielich with it. Bounce it off the near side boards, looking for Nelson. Nelson did a nice job there waiting for Pellinger to get back on sides. She gets the puck deep. Dexheimer on with Lansing and Withers. Gathered up by Dexheimer. Dexheimer getting the puck deep. Hart swings it back over to the near side. And now Gielich with it. Gielich battling right along the boards right in front of our booth here. Withers gets a stick in there. The puck comes back to Lansing. Withers trying to work through traffic along the near side. Gathered up by Lansing. Lansing can't quite find the handle. Settled down by Wang. Haven't talked a lot about Lily tonight because she hasn't done a whole lot. She had 3 shots on Lily tonight.
Wonder how she's keeping her feet warm.
Yeah, I teased her a couple weeks ago when there were no shots on her in the first period. I'm like, boy, that first period was a tough one, huh? Just trying to stay awake.
Yep.
Here comes Dexheimer back the other way. Crosses the center stripe, gets it, puck down deep. Rutten pursuing as Dexheimer comes to the bench. Van Rant steps on along with Knowles and Harvey.
Yeah, you fall into those traps, and then next thing you know, you're not looking for the delayed penalty, and you're late getting off. And
it's a trap being out there as a goaltender, not getting work, because usually in those kind of games when you do get shots, it's highly, highly challenging shots. Somebody gets a puck that leaks out in the neutral zone and comes down, and all of a sudden you're facing somebody bearing right down on you all by yourself, and it's not a comfortable. I think goalies would prefer to get maybe 7-8 shots a period on them just to keep them warm. Not a good thing to be standing there. And Lily's doing a good job of moving around, just keeping her feet going and kind of just staying in the game. But it's a tough spot for a goalie when you're out there and just not getting work.
I can totally understand that.
Nice stick on it.
No
Puck
rhythm.
up towards Larson. She's unable to hold. Now
Here
Van Rance is back. Right here we go.
Oh,
nice play
check.
by Hattie.
Yep.
Out in the neutral zone, picked up by Harvey. Harvey fires it down. Hurricanes able to clear. Dexheimer's going to chase this one down. They'll wave the icing off. Dex trying to hit Nelson. Puck loose, picked up by Pellinger. Pellinger's got a shot and a save by Carruthers. Pellinger tried to send that one over the glove side, and Carruthers able to corral that puck, and we get a whistle with 6:24 to play. Second period, still scoreless here in Barron. Dexheimer will take the draw. Van Rance and Larson out there with Nelson and Lansing.
I'm not sure if they're changing up lines or if we just got an odd number of.
I think we have
come on.
Big opportunity in front of the net. Again, Fuse just unable to solve Carruthers. The Fusion have pressured her all night long, but she has come to the plate and dialed aces every single time tonight. Van Rance trying to chip it out of there. Hurricanes come out of there with it. They drop it off to the point. Shot, knocked down and picked up by Pellinger. Pellinger been really active here tonight as well.
Yeah.
Still skated across the blue line. Wines fires. That one goes wide of the net.
I think she fanned that one a little bit.
Still working. Pellinger with it behind the net. Trying to
Ooh,
center up there to
nice.
Dexheimer, and Carruthers gets a cover and a whistle.
Dang.
Again, with 5:22 to play here. Second period, Fusion out shooting Hayward 23-3, but it's zeros on the scoreboard.
These are good looks, too. I mean, this
Great look.
period, we've gotten way more good looks, if not great looks, yeah.
Mr. Adam Lindis, some great camera work in there, giving us a good look at Carruthers standing between her pipes there. Fusion still working, still pressuring, playing a really good 2 periods of hockey, but just haven't been able to find the back of the net. Picked up by Harvey. Harvey across the blue line. She'll skate it around the circle and now back behind the net. Picks up the loose puck. Looking for a shooting opportunity. Drops it off for Gulick. Gulick winds, fires. Couple people in front of the net, and that one goes right under the legs of Harvey and then right through the 5-hole on Carruthers. I think Harvey may have gotten a piece of that. Let's take a look at it. Working that replay. See if we can get a look at it from behind the net. Oh, that was a little bit too late. Just missed it.
My bad. Caught me off guard, in all honesty.
We'll see what the officials say. We'll get the officials' call here, hopefully in a moment. Yeah, I think that was just cleaned in, yeah. Goal for Gulick. Nice job by Esme Harvey just kind of screening her out, but that one just a beautiful shot from Gulick at the point. And it's 1-0 Fuse. It's a real art for those blue liners to get that puck through traffic. It's something that the good ones work on a lot. And if you can master that art, you can get yourself some score. Dexheimer firing, and Carruthers with a couple of saves on that opportunity.
I'm wondering, I noticed Reese was talking, they were working a lot of screen and tips this week, and right there, whoever it was kicked it out to the blue line, went up for the deflection. So that may be a direct translation of something they've been working on.
Absolutely, yeah. Harvey dropped it out to her at the point and then went right to the net, got in front of Carruthers, and beautiful screen there, and Audrey just fires from the blue line and puts it right through the wickets. 1-0 Fuse. Harv to take the draw out there with Pellinger and Knowles. It is Van Rance and Larson at the blue line. Puck comes over the near side. Van Rance trying to keep it in. Puck out into the neutral zone. Number 13, Bailey Shue will have to pull up on that one. Shot from the point, and the Hurricanes basically tried doing exactly what the Fuse did. That one they did the airmail, though, and Wang will get the cover and the whistle with 3:34 to go here in the second period. Yeah, nice shot from the point all the way through traffic. Maybe you touch a jersey or two on the way down and get that deflection and get that puck to fall in for you. And again, Lily hasn't had a lot of work today, and those are the dangerous spots where you get an opportunity like that, and you got a goaltender that's pretty cold from not facing a lot of traffic all night long, and those are spots where it can get tough.
And that one had some heat on it.
It did have some heat on it. Larson across the blue line, now across the center stripe. She'll work it down along the boards. Gets tied up. Big reaction from the bench here down below us. They like seeing some bodies hit the ice. They say no checking in girls hockey, but you can bet there's plenty of contact and plenty of people hitting the ice. It definitely is not a non-contact sport.
No.
Shot wide from Evie Birch. Hurricanes looking to take that goose egg off the board. A nice cover there by Wang.
What's the famous saying by Mike Ditka? Dancing's a contact sport. Football's a collision sport.
There you go. There you go.
I think
Gulick and Lansing come on along with Harvey and the other Lansing. So we got both Lansings on the ice and Danny Pellinger. Liliana and Kaylee Lansing both on the ice together. Liliana in the 28 and Kaylee in the 19.
Nice pass.
Harv out in front of the crowd. Shot. Oh, just wide. She was looking back corner, too. She's like, I'm not firing this thing's center mass. She's looking for a place to score. Tried to go far side that time, too.
Kept
Couple of really good opportunities there for Esme Harvey. Now Lansing Sends that one down. Gets a deflection out front. And that's just what you were talking about right there, Andrew. Danny Pellinger out in front. Just got a little tip on that puck. Just looking for that little deflection and trying to get those pucks to leak through there. But a nice play by Carruthers. And she's done an amazing job tonight. 27 saves on 28 shots. It's high percentage goaltending right there, kids.
It is. And these have been quality shots. Well over half of them.
Shot from Pellinger, point blank opportunity there. She'll gather it up, send it out to Gulick. Gulick, the lone goal scorer for the Fuse, looking for her second one of the night right there. And looks like the Fuse are going to go shorthanded here. They're going to get somebody for interference. I think it's going to be Danny. Andrew Nelson.
I can't get the replay right, but these sound effects are really intriguing.
So the Fuse will go on the kill. They'll send Dexheimer and Rutten out there along with Gulick and Kaylee Lansing. Oh, they're going to take them both, actually. So much for the power play.
Coincidentals.
So 5-on-5. Just coincidental minors. So they'll bring the puck out into the neutral zone. So Danny gets called for interference. 22 gets called for holding for Hayward. And all's well that ends well. Olivia Asp will go into the box for Hayward. So skating 5-on-5. Those girls will come out next whistle after 7 seconds remaining here in the second period. If we don't have a whistle, then we'll just see them in the third period.
Little teaser for the second intermission when they come out to zam the ice. Fusion varsity captain Oakley Holdorf is set to join us in the booth.
Awesome.
So we'll do a little Q&A with her, and I now have a list of a few fun player ask player questions. So we'll throw a few of those at her.
Very good.
Once we get through the hockey talk.
You need me for that, or is that a you thing?
That's totally up to you. You are the professional.
I'll give Oakley my mic, and I'll step aside and let you guys handle the show. 2 minutes remaining, under a minute and a half remaining now here in the second period. Fusion up 1-0, but we're not even on the kill anymore. 0-0, or 5-on-5. Nice play there by Kaylee Lansing. Knowles up ahead for Dexheimer. Dexheimer gets the touch. Turns around looking for somebody, trying to hit Larson, but nice play there by the Canes. Nelson pressuring, picked up by Witzius by the Hurricanes. Nelson up ahead for Dexheimer. Dexheimer trying to chase this one down. Peters steps in and takes it away. Now Larson over to Van Rance. Van Rance able to get that puck deep. Fusion still off sides. They got to get back on sides. Larson's going to come back for this one. She'll skate it behind her net. 37 seconds left in the period. Turns it over right at the blue line. They fire. Wang with the save. 30 seconds left now. Van Rance working over here in the near side corner. Hurricanes looking for a little time and space. Trying to get an opportunity. That one will come out in the neutral zone. They'll have to settle it back up out here. Regather. Picked up by Van Rance. Van Rance up ahead to Harvey. 10 seconds remaining. Harvey through traffic. Harvey looking for one last opportunity here in the period. Hurricanes able to break it up, and that'll do it. So at the end of 2, it is Fusion 1 and the Hayward Hurricanes nothing in Barron. And we got Oakley Holdorf stepping up here right now. And Oakley, come on in here. I'm going to give you this microphone.
All right. Naturally, I'm looking for the set of questions that I'm not able to find, so we're just going to wing this, Oakley.
Okay.
All right, so thanks for joining us here in the booth. You're a senior this year.
I sure am.
Team captain. Walk us through some of the captain's practices. Like, that was something new for the freshmen coming in. I'm a parent of a freshman. You've done this a few years, so how do you guys do that early season when the coach hands it to you? Because they can't interact with you guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you and Sophie
Yeah.
is the other? Okay.
Yeah, so in the first couple practices, we kind of just like do some like team bonding kind of ones where you get to know your team a little bit more, especially for the freshmen, to get them not so scared of the team, I guess. You know, it's scary. I've been a freshman too, where it's just like moving up with like you don't know anybody except the people that you moved up with, obviously. And then we start maybe like working a little bit more and stuff, and it really helps when a lot of people show up, so we can just do a lot of team bonding and everything. And yeah, it's just more about, you know, working as a team than really anything else for captain's practices.
No, that's great. And I can say firsthand, you guys were very welcoming to the young incoming freshmen, so that's pretty cool. Throughout your 4 years, give us top 3 memorable moments.
Whew. Definitely the Madison trip my freshman year. That was definitely like the most fun. I don't know. We just we went to like the Capitol and we went through these like light shows and everything. Definitely my top one. And then definitely going to state my sophomore year. That's such a fun experience for anybody. Like any team deserves to have that experience. Like not even just being able to play in the game, just, you know, all the banquets you get to go to and just the whole hotel experience and everything like that. It's super fun.
Did you get a swag bag coming out of state? A little goodie bag of.
I think I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I got like a necklace thing or whatever, and that was pretty cool. Yeah. Third one, I don't know, probably just practices all in general. Like
Love it.
other than working hard and everything, it's really fun just to always see your friends every day after school and just being able to, you know, relax and stuff after a hard day of school and stuff.
Love it. And there's a good message there. Fall in love with the process.
Oh, yeah.
Not necessarily the outcome, or you're all striving for something. Very cool. Now, one of my favorite moves, and I talked to you about this a couple of games ago, and you said you learned some things from Sunby. So you've had the fortunate, it was probably that year you went to state, and there's a D1 hockey player, or Kendall Sunby. So talk to us a little about things you learned, what you like playing about her, but ultimately it's the shot that cued me in on where you flip it up and over, and now you got Jane Volgren hitting that go route, if you will. And you guys have connected a couple times now. So if I'm scouting you guys, that's something I'm watching off the face off. But again, talk to us. Playing with the D1 college player is always fun. You've got a couple collegiate prospects here too.
Yeah. So we were partners freshman and sophomore year. Freshman year, obviously I was like super, super nervous being partners with such an amazing player. But Kendall really taught me a lot about not just like being a hockey player, but a person in general. And just seeing like she has a lot of superstitions about hockey, and just seeing like all that stuff, it was just really fun to watch and, you know, bond over her with like all the defense partnership and everything like that. I don't remember the first time we ever did it, but she comes up to me and she's like, Oakley, what I need you to do, I need you to go in the corner. They're going to win the face-off to you, and all you're going to do is flip it out of the zone. I'm like, okay. She never told me what she was going to do in the process, so I was like, okay. And we did it. I don't remember if she scored, but I remember her getting the puck or whatever, and she got it out and stuff. But, yeah, it's one of my favorite moves ever.
So if I connect the dots there, that is a D telling a D that you're going to get it, and I'm going to take off.
Oh, yeah. No, well, at the time, she's freaking fast.
Yeah,
like, she's going to get there no matter what. And, yeah, she definitely got there. We've connected a couple times on that, but then she graduated and whatever, and now Jane's my go-to person for that one.
I love it. I love it. And as you can, because, again, that will carry forward, just like the stretch pass and getting those forwards to learn to break. That's something I've noticed, you know, coming up through the years, and how youth to JV and then JV to varsity, what you really see is that spacing.
Yeah.
And you guys are connecting. You know where you're moving. You played together a few more years. So, now, excellent. And I won't keep you up here. You've got to get ready for the varsity game. How do you feel about these guys? Is there a scouting report? Have you looked them up? And do you look up your opponents on Wisco Hockey?
I don't usually. If, like, it's a pretty big game, like, maybe, like, Bay Area, I'll look them up and stuff, like, points-wise. But for Hayward, I know their goalie's really good. A couple of the girls on our team has played with her through, like, summer leagues and stuff, and she's an incredible player. She's very, very good. There's some other girls on the team that are also really good that I've been looking through and everything like that. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty good game tonight.
Good stuff. And as the leader of the D out there, I would certainly want to know who the flyers are to
Yeah.
keep gap control and all
Yep.
that fun stuff. Okay, so we're going to lighten the load a little bit. Favorite subject in school thus
Oh.
far, or now which school do you go to? I'm not that well read on the different schools within the co-op and each of you players. Numbers
Yeah.
is hard enough.
I go to Baldwin Woodville.
Okay.
Yep. My favorite subject, like only this year, like right now.
You're a senior. Let's open it up. What's the best class you've had over the 4 years?
I love my shop classes. I love my teacher, Mr. Pepper. Oh, he's an amazing guy. Definitely, I don't know, just any shop class, really. I really liked woodworking. You just get to build stuff and everything, and you get to bond with your classmates and stuff. Yeah, definitely the shop classes are my favorite.
Cool. Hot lunch or bring your lunch?
As a senior now, I usually go to Quick Trip to get lunch.
I love it. Hot lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, excellent. Anything you want to say? Any shout-outs out there to the Fusion community?
Oh, just, enjoy the games. They're always fun to watch. And thank you guys for being such supportive fans and everything. We really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Oakley, and best of luck tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fly around and go get them.
Thank you.
All right. We will take a quick break. The exam is about halfway done, I would say. So 5, maybe 10 minutes. They don't have a clock up. So you'll hear us when we come back on.
third period of action about to get underway here in Barron. It is we're taking on the Hayward Co-op, so they co-op with Barron, play a few games every year here in Barron. And so we're here in Barron today for this game with Hayward. Again, this is a game that was originally not scheduled. Coming up in about 2 weeks, and that game will actually be in Hayward, but tonight's game in Barron. I think we have them switched up. I think I was turning yours down when I was trying to turn mine down. I think I'm on one now.
Testing. 1, 2.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go.
Yep. Okay. Some technical. We crisscrossed our wires there.
Yep. So playing in Barron tonight. We'll be in Hayward in, I believe, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. Is next Tuesday we play in Eau Claire. So we'll play this team again here in 2 weeks. But the Fusion out shooting the Hurricanes 30-6 in that period, but the score just 1-0 on the strength of an Audrey Gulick goal in the second period. Puck back to Van Rance, now over to Pellinger. Pellinger up the ice for Harvey. Now Nelson pressuring on the far side. Puck back out to Pellinger. Pellinger bounced it off the near side boards. Picked up by Withers. Withers into the slot, drops it off for Harvey. Harvey tried to go backdoor, a little swing it over onto the backhand and just put it right past the goaltender, but it goes just wide. Canes trying to break it out. Nice pressure there by Esme Harvey. Pellinger steps up, able to keep it in. Now Nelson in there supporting. Hurricanes trying to clear. Nice play, nice pressure there by Nelson. Puck out to Pellinger now. At her own blue line, goes D2D over to Van Rance. Van Rance crosses the center stripe, now across the blue line. Van Rance looking for a shot. Nice stick over there by number 3, Jaella St. Germain for the Canes. Now, some real push and shoving going on down in the far side corner. Ooh. Got the puck out to Rutten. Rutten got a deflection, but that one goes clear. Now Larson with it. Larson leaves it for Knowles. Knowles backhanded opportunity, but no dice.
I saw the net move, and I wasn't sure if that was a puck or not.
Here come the Hurricanes back the other way.
Rutten nearly did the splits there.
And now Van Rance sends it down. Didn't cross the center stripe, and we'll get a whistle and an icing. That one will come back down into the Fusion zone. 13:33 to play here. Third period, 1-0. Fusion. Gulick with the second period goal. Dexheimer to take the draw for the Fusion. Picked up by Withers. Withers up the boards, looking for Dexheimer. Now Gulick will work it behind her own net. Gulick trying to send it up. Fusion able to clear the zone. Dexheimer gets a stick on it. Picked up by number 21, Ava Peters for the Hurricanes. Dexheimer still pressuring in the neutral zone.
Good battle.
Lansing gets a stick on it. Cleared out there by Olivia Asp for the Hurricanes. Larson steps in. Hurricanes looking for a shot opportunity. Over to the slot. That one goes up and over the net. Shot by number 26, Cora Jagger Van Meulen. Say that one 3 times fast.
Glad that's you, not me. Oh,
shot,
great.
And Wang with the save. That's one of those ones where, again, you know, don't get a lot of action. Maybe you're kind of starting to fall asleep a little bit, and you got to be ready for those.
Come on, girls.
Lily Wang doing a great job just staying on top of her game despite not getting a ton of work here in this game. Hayward with some great pressure here in the early stages of the third period. They kind of came out in the second period same way with a lot of pressure. There's first 2 or 3 opportunities and then kind of slowed down after that. There's a good shot at Lily Wang.
In that last little attempt, she tried to bank it off of her pads, so she had the puck pole sealed nicely.
Wang with the glove save that time. Shot, Van Ranst and Pellinger, the D's out there. for the Fuse. Hurricanes trying to reset from the neutral zone. Pressure by Nelson and by Harvey. Hurricanes able to get it back out in the neutral zone. Rutten steps in, gets a stick on it, goes cross ice over to Nelson. Nelson. Hurricanes pick it up along the near side, trying to bounce it up the boards. Harvey gets her tied up, gets that puck rolling down the right side here for the Fusion. Rutten steps in, but the Hurricanes able to clear it out in the neutral zone, picked up by Van Rance. Van Rance waits for everybody to tag back up. Hurricanes come out of the pile with it, and they'll skate it into Fusion territory. Shot and a save by Wang, and we get a whistle. Nice little flurry of activity here for the Hurricanes. They've already got 7 shots in this period. That was more than they had in the first 2 periods combined here in the first 4 minutes of this third period.
I think that's a collective regroup of the intermission discussion of got to shoot the puck to score a goal.
It does help. It does help. Gulick with it behind her net. They put Kaylee Lansing on the shelf here in the third period. Get her ready for varsity action. You can only play 5 periods of hockey tonight. So if they have her only play the first 2 periods of JV, she's available for the entire varsity game. Picked up by Gulick. Gulick working through traffic. Tried to fire it deep, but fires it right off the body of Emily Witzius. And Witzius looks like she wishes that didn't happen. Like that hurt. Hurricanes swing it around. Gulick gets a stick on it, but she'll have to retreat back to get control of it. Turned over in the neutral zone now. Picked up by Dexheimer. She'll drop it off for Gulick. Gulick across the center stripe, and she'll dump it down. Nelson pressuring behind the net. Nelson still working all over there on that far side. That's how she draws penalties. Just hustling, irritating people. You do stuff like that, people get mad. That's when they put a stick in your back. That's how you draw penalties, doing exactly what she just did right there.
That's true. That's true. She managed to get a centering pass on that, too.
Yeah,
somehow or another.
Yeah, really nice. Harv with the draw. Kick it back to Van Rance. She'll have to settle it down in the neutral zone.
Little hot there, but
turns over to Rutten. Rutten gets it down. Fuse offsides. Nelson will have to turn back around, cross the blue line. Now we're good. Rutten trying to fly up in there and keep this in, but it'll bounce back onto the stick of Van Rance. Van Rance settles it down, sends it up the boards, looking for Rutten. Go back to Hattie again. Hattie sends it down. They'll wave the icing off. Harv trying to chase this one down. Looks a little winded there. Maybe she's got to head back to the bench. Gets wiped out in front of the net that time. Nice job by Danny here. Danny playing forward the whole first 2 periods, stepping in here to play D and doing a whale of a job here in this third period. She's had a couple of really nice plays at the blue line to open this period. Here come the Hurricanes back the other way, and Wang able to get just enough body on it and then drop down on it to keep it from rolling into the net.
Glad that thing dropped straight down.
Drop straight down and just fall on it. There's an art to falling, too. You got to fall without pushing that puck in. It'll fall straight down on it. Dex to take the draw for the Fusion. Here comes Dex the other way. Knowles working it down, and the Fusion are offside. So we'll get a neutral zone face-off here. 8:36 to play third period. Nearing that center point of the third period. 1-0 Fusion on the road. Mr. Adam Lindis dialing it in here. Getting you a real good look at that face-off dot. Knowles able to get that puck into the zone. Dexheimer trailing. Gulick will step up. Puck picked up in the neutral zone by the Hurricanes. Larson chips it back out. There should be a trip. Yep, they got it.
All right.
So Dexheimer draws the penalty that time, and the Fusion will go back on the power play here. 8:13 to go, third period. 31-14 shots in favor of the Fusion. And now they'll get a chance here to add to the 1-0 lead with the power play. First power play of the night was pretty rough looking, but the second one looked nice. Let's see if we can replicate that second power play. It'll be Harvey, Larson, Dexheimer, along with Van Ranst and Gulick out there. Larson catches up to it. Takes a look around. Skates it in, fires, and a nice save there by Carruthers.
It's nonchalant.
Yeah,
She's doing it all night.
Had some smoke on that shot and thought maybe that thing would bounce out, but Carruthers able to get it in the glove and just put it to rest. Dexheimer with an opportunity. Larson steps in, takes it away. She'll circle again, working through traffic, trying to get that puck down to Harvey.
Nice
Puck loose out front. Big battle for it.
Dexy's just sitting there waiting for somebody to slide one across the slot.
Now Harvey with it. Harvey over to Larson. Larson shoots. That one goes off the gear of the defender for the Hurricanes. Now over to Dexy. Dexy back to Harv.
I like
Harv trying to center it up to Larson. Zigged one. The other one was zagging, and that one gets cleared all the way down the ice. Picked up by Gulick. Up to Dex. Dex crosses the center stripe. Takes a big shot. Sends the puck deep. It'll bounce out to Gulick. Gulick at the point.
let's get set
She's
up.
got some time. Skates it in. Drops it off for Dex. Dex back to Gulick. She wanted to go cross ice to Van Ranst. It's like sometimes you just got to make this simple play.
Yep.
You don't have to do anything fancy. You got somebody open, you get the puck to them.
Emma
Van
was
Ranst
tapping
back to
for
get
it.
this one. 30 seconds left in the power play. And this one kind of a hybrid of the first one and the second one. Really good spots and really bad spots.
Yep.
Picked up by Gulick. Gulick bounced it off the boards looking for Dexheimer. Harvey trying to step in there. Now it's gathered up by Larson. 10 seconds left on the power play. 6:20 to go in the third period. Larson will skate it along the Hayward bench. Lines, fires, scores, goes right over the glove side of Carruthers. And that one was, that one had some smoke behind it. 2-0 Fuse on the power play goal by Emma Larson.
Let's see what we got here. New?
Wrong net.
Wrong net. Exit replay.
We're learning. We're doing some stuff tonight. Getting Andrew behind the controls tonight. Mr. Lindis will be without Mr. Lindis on Thursday, so we're trying to make this happen. Van Ranst picks it up.
All right.
Up ahead looking for Withers. Withers with a nice hustle coming back down the ice. We'll get a look at that one later maybe. We've got some really nice toys. Sometimes it's just like takes a little practice, a little work to get those toys dialed in.
I was on lock the last time I did this. I'm 0 for like 3 right now on the power play replay.
A lot happening down here. Withers brings it across the blue line. The rest of the Fuse peel off for a change, so she's on her own down there. I like she just looked over. Okay, everybody's leaving. I guess I'll take this myself. Gulick back defensively as well as Pellinger. Pellinger able to stop puck. Nice move there by the Hurricanes. That's number 13, Bailey Shue, kind of working through traffic, getting an opportunity at Wang, but Wang slams the door shut. Larson and Harvey come back onto the ice for the Fusion. 2-0 now, 5:14 to go. Second period, both scores by the Blue Liners tonight. Gulick with one and Larson with another one.
Looking back here at the shot there on Lily.
Yeah, nice move. Nice move. And just when we look away,
Yeah, go figure.
the Hurricanes find the back of the net themselves. Let's see if we can take a look at that one.
Not capturing. You really got to press it.
That must be what. All right.
So the Hurricanes close the gap, make it a 2-1 game, so we're back to a 1-goal game. Picked up by Larson. Larson up ahead for Harvey crosses the center line. She's looking for a shot. Got an opportunity. Tried to go 5-hole there, and Carruthers able to get down on that thing and close the door. This Hurricanes team riding a hot goalie right now because the Fusion have put some real point-blank shots on Carruthers, and she slammed the door more times than not tonight. This will be Harvey, Nelson, and Withers out there with Van Ranst and Pellinger. Danny takes a look, winds, fires. That one goes wide of the net. Should bounce out to Van Ranst. She steps up, sends it back down deep. Picked up by number 2, Harper Sheehan of the Hurricanes, but Pellinger sends it right back down deep. You're up by 1 goal. You don't need to do anything fancy here. You can get that puck deep, keep it down on the other end. You're going to win the game.
Apply some pressure.
Withers still working over there on the far side. Withers just trying to chop that thing out in the neutral zone.
Comes away
she
with
gets it
there.
done.
There
Now
we
Harvey
go.
with it.
Good play, is.
Harvey battling for that puck, trying to get to a scoring position there. And Hurricanes come out of there with it. Number 34, Abigail Martinson with the puck. She dumps it down deep. Van Ranst with it now. Van Ranst out ahead looking for Harvey. Van Ranst with it once again. Chips it up the boards, able to clear the zone. And Wang will drop it off for Pellinger. Pellinger up ahead to Harv. Harvey working through traffic. She's got Withers with her. Harvey tried to go top shelf on that one. A little bit too much mustard on it.
It's quite the
Hurricanes
lift with
clear.
her backhand there. She'd have to be in tight to lift. That,
Yeah.
She got that thing up quick.
She's got the right blade on that stick.
Mm-hmm.
These kids that go, they massage those blades and get them to turn just right so you can get that lift. It's just you got to have lift on the blade and you got to have the hang on the helmet. You know
That's
that face mask. If you ain't got that hang, what are you really doing out here?
and then the flow.
And the flow.
Can't forget
Gotta
the
have
flow.
the flow. Yep. Got a timeout by Hayward. Varsity action coming up here in just a little bit. 7 o'clock. We'll have the game for you here. Chris Larson, along with Andrew Nelson and Mr. Adam Lindis on the camera tonight. Bringing you the action from Barron, Hayward, a couple other schools in their co-op up here. They are an independent, I think one of 4 independents in the state of Wisconsin, and I believe they are somewhere around like 9, 6, and 2 or something like that on the season. But we took a look at their schedule, and they very, very balanced. They have one player with about 20 points, but really, really balanced throughout the lineup. They've played a lot of 4-2, 3-2, 3-1 kind of games. So they're going to try to keep it tight, try to keep it a low-scoring affair, and just see if they can slug one out with you. And they've played a lot of competitive games as a team that could easily be 13-4, 13-5 right now if a couple things kind of swung their way. So look, got some new leadership after 3 years of Reese Sheehan just absolutely terrorizing goaltenders in the state of Wisconsin, and just got some new weapons out there and just kind of trying to figure things out, but still having a great season, playing some really competitive hockey, and should be a dandy tonight coming up at 7 o'clock.
I'm sure that's quite a void to fill when you've got
Yeah.
a big goal scorer like that.
You got somebody scoring 50 points a season for you 3 years in a row. Replacing that's going to be tough. Dexheimer able to send that one down.
Did she go on to play anywhere?
You know, I think she's playing in Eau Claire. I could
Okay.
be totally wrong about that, but I feel like she was going there. But I know I did hear something like she's a really, really good student and wanted to kind of focus on studies too. And that's a lot of people say, oh, you know, I want my kid to go D1. Well, D1 comes with a cost, and that is you are an athlete. You know, as much as they want to say student athlete at the Division I level, it's a lot of work being an athlete. And At D3, you've got more opportunities to focus on your studies, and I think I heard she wanted to play maybe a little bit lower level just so that I heard that maybe she was going to be a pre-med type of student. So I could be totally wrong on all that, but I felt like I read an article about her a year or two ago, and that's what I saw.
You said it with the conviction that I'm buying.
I have the memory of a
Chris.
50-year-old man. It's not very good. I mean, I don't remember the grocery list, those kind of things, so it could all be totally wrong. It could be a completely different person I'm talking about. I don't know.
Cut that off.
Hayward trying to clear it out. Down 2-1. One last push. Probably be bringing Carruthers out of the net here real soon. Here she comes. Empty net. Extra attackers coming on for the Hurricanes. Fuse, get it clear.
See it. See it.
Dex. Oh, that's Gulick. Firing and scoring. Gulick's second goal of the night for Audrey Gulick. She saw the empty net, said, I'm going to bring it out and fire it down. And that will bring that lead back to a 2-goal lead. Gulick's second goal of the evening for her. And it is 3-1 Fusion. Here it is. Here comes Gulick. Up, firing, and boom.
Might even be
3-1 Fuse. 1:18 to play. Pellinger with it now. Big game tonight for Audrey. 2 goals. Van Ranst up the ice. Rutten with it. Rutten sends that one down. Under a minute to play now. Knowles pressuring. Rutten gets a stick on it. Knowles bounce it over. Picked up by number 22, Asp, for the Hurricanes. Gathered up by Van Ranst. Van Ranst working through traffic. Hurricanes dump it down, picked up by Pellinger. Pellinger right up the boards looking for Rutten. Pellinger kind of lets it go. She's going to stay home defensively.
30 to play.
Dexheimer sends it down. 30 seconds to go in this one. 3-1 Fuse. Larson with it. Larson
Nice
chips it up the
soft
boards.
flip. I like it.
Yeah.
And
The referee
helped.
gives a little help, too. He's like, hey, I get paid by the game, not by the hour.
And that
5
should
seconds
do
to
it.
go. 2 seconds, and that is your game.
All right.
So after 3 periods, it's Fusion 3, Hayward 1, and that's all they play. As long as one team's ahead of the other, they don't play any more hockey. So that'll do it. 3 periods. Fusion win it tonight. 2 goals for Audrey Gulick, 1 for Emma Larson, but just a strong overall game. Lily Wang had 16 saves on 17 shots. Kelsey Carruthers for the Hurricanes, she had on 34 shots against her, she had 32 saves. The other shot on goal was the empty netter. So
Man,
both
that's some
solid nights for both goaltenders tonight.
That's some quick math right there.
Yeah. You know, I can't remember again the grocery list, but I can put some numbers together. I always amaze the people at Quick Trip. I'll go in there and let's say my item will be like, let's say $10.58, and I'll give them $40, and I'll say, give me $18.42 in gas, or $28.42, and they'll be like, what are you doing, man? And they're like, oh, it's $40. Boom, done. And they're like, you're amazing. And I'm like, you know, that's what everybody says about me.
Wizardry.
Hear that a lot.
Wizardry. Oh, I love it.
Really appreciate you guys tuning in today. Really appreciate all the efforts of Mr. Adam Lindis, Mr. Andrew Nelson, of course, Eric Withers without us tonight, or not here with us tonight, but those guys have been kicking butt here doing these broadcasts for everybody all season long. Who would have thought we could pull this all off? But a lot of work goes into this from all these guys, and it's just awesome that there's so many people tonight, especially with this long road trip. You got the grandparents, but a lot of parents tonight just unable to make the trip. Maybe they work till 4 or 5 o'clock. They can pop this up, watch it on the big screen, sit on the couch, get the dog all cozied up, get the fireplace going.
Do you have a camera in my house?
That's
because I'm pretty sure that's where Amy's at
that's
right
what
now.
Amy's doing right now. Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, I love it.
Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back here in just a little bit with the varsity game. Fusion win JV 3-1. We'll see you in a little bit.